Hi everybody. So, good afternoon. My name is Luis Carlos Pacheco. I'm a graduate from More Than Words, who has lived in Boston for over 15 years. And today I will testify my support for a raise the age bill. While writing this testimony, I thought back to when I was in high school and I participated in a summer program at Harvard where we learned about the political system and how bills are proposed and how they're set into law. As groups, we proposed bills that would help better the lives of U.S. citizens. My group had to make a bill that tackled an issue in the criminal justice system. I was adamant that we spoke about mental health, knowing that the prison system leaves many people with traumatic experiences. I've been learning about the cycles of generational trauma thanks to my amazing teacher, Ms. Holland. I made the connection with mental illness in the prison systems by noticing the cycles of generational trauma they perpetuate for families in urban communities. When a person is locked up and they don't have a strong support system to help them when they get out of prison, the chances of them being reincarcerated again are high. I think about the stories my brother would tell me about the abuse he endured in prison. How he was put into solitary confinement because an officer was asking him to get bare naked, and the action of my brother throwing his underwear at the officer resulted in him getting a beating on the spot. I think of those stories and only imagine what other young people go through when they are put into adult prisons. We understand no crime should be left unpunished, but we also acknowledge that your age, mental health, and environment can get environment you get placed in has a direct impact on the probability of reincarceration. My research during my summer program led me to find out that 1.2 million individuals living with a mental illness sit in jail and prison each year, which is more than half of all prisoners. This high number of prisoners with mental illness leads to the lack of access to adequate services and support. Many young adults today have the prevalence of any mental illness, AMI. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, young adults are aged 18 to 25 had the highest prevalence of AMI, 29.4%, compared to adults aged 26 to 49 years, which is 25%, and aged 50 or older, which is 14%. So given these two pieces of information, I find it very counterintuitive that our criminal justice system, to imprison young people who already come from traumatic experiences. Again, they're only being sucked into a cycle of generational trauma. Their life doesn't get easier after they do their time. It becomes a tough journey for them trying to recuperate stability while dealing with the impact prison leaves on their mental health. This data speaks for the entire United States. Massachusetts provides some of the world's best mental health services. DYS has access to more mental health services than the adult prison system. Those who are struggling with mental illness, who end up in the prison system, face cycles of instability. DYS clinicians are responsible for delivering behavioral health intervention services for youth under their care. A lot of youth who end up in prison have some traumatic past experience that they are trying to cope with. If they are being sent to adult prisons, their mental health is only going to deteriorate. We need to send young adults into systems where they can address their mental health issues and work to find stability in life. We have seen time and time again that the prison system haunts many families in urban communities. We know generations have suffered and continue to suffer by these laws. You can see the pattern today and you will see it in the future, and expect it to get worse if you don't do something about it today. If you raise the age, you are giving people a fair chance of learning from their past mistakes, but not completely affecting them in a negative way our current system is. Again, think of all the mental health services and educations that